So yeah, I figured I'd do the coffee despite having another caffeinated beverage, but what can I say? I'm a caffeine fiend. Saw this, figured I'd give it a try, and it's the Ethical Bean Coffee Lush. Now again, for my first unopening and let's try of this, I got into what I consider to be ethical coffee. I mean, I think it's a bit ridiculous. But oh well. Anyways, what am I doing? Doing grinds. I will smell the coffee grinds first. And it's a medium roast. I decided to go for the medium. That was pretty much all they had at the store I went to. And for a medium roast, it smells fairly mild. But well, I didn't actually smell the grinds for the last Ethical Bean Coffee, which I believe was their light roast. I forget what it was called already. Anyways, I'll put that over there and hope it doesn't fall and spill coffee grinds all over the place. I don't like to waste coffee unless it's a really bad coffee. I'm looking at you, Maxwell House. Anyways, I'll smell it from the cup. And by the way, I am drinking this black. I usually like my coffee with a little bit of cream, but I figure to give a more accurate representation of the aroma and flavor and what have you, anytime I'm going to be doing a coffee thing, I'm going to be drinking it black. It's the same with my liquor. Whenever I do liquor, I drink it straight, but then again, I always drink liquor straight anyways. Unless for the rare times I have a cocktail, which considering I don't go to bars is pretty much never. It smells like a light, mild coffee. Not much flavor going on, and I haven't done any nasal snuff, so I don't think it's that. I don't feel like I have a cold coming on. Now my nose is... the one nostril is a little stuffed up, but that's just due to, I haven't been diagnosed with it, but I think it's just due to having what I think is a deviated septum, so one nostril almost always, this one, is always clogged. So that might be affecting my sense of smell, but I tend to have not really sensitive, but I can smell odd things, and well, I'm not going to go into any detail or give any examples, but let's just say I smell things that I shouldn't be able to smell. It just smells like a nice, light cup of coffee, not even a medium coffee, but then again, I am smelling some sort of coffee. If I remember during my first let's try of their light roast, I wasn't even smelling coffee, I was just pretty much smelling heat. Wow, once again, I make a pretty strong cup of coffee. just call it a habit of mine, and this despite the aroma both in the brewed coffee and the pouch, it is a lot stronger in flavor than the aroma will have you lead to believe. There's a dark, bitter chocolate, not sweet chocolate at all, like the bitterness when it comes to chocolate, or I guess a more accurate term would be cocoa, but, well, I think hot cocoa, so in regards to, say, cocoa bean, I'm not really sure what that tastes nor smells like, so I tend to use just bitter chocolate instead of cocoa, which I assume is like bitter chocolate, but I can't say for sure because I've never had it. Not strong flavor, but definitely a nice, for a medium roast, definitely a bolder medium roast. I mean, it has been a while since I have had a Tim Hortons dark roast. To sort of have to be Canadian to know what I'm talking about. Excuse me, but I mean, I don't know if this is more bold than Tim Hortons dark roast, especially if you were to drink Tim Hortons dark roast black, but I mean, just in regards to the quality of the flavor, it is better than Tim Hortons dark roast. It's just, I don't know if it's as strong or bold as that will to be, but I think it is. But I rarely go for the dark roast anyways. I do drink it black because if I'm gonna drink something dark roast, I do want it black. I actually had Tim Hortons not that long ago today, but I got a double. So, yeah. I mean, this isn't going to be my rating, but just for the flavor when it comes to the roast, it is definitely a solid 50. Right down the middle of the road, medium dark roast. Or what I will consider to be a medium dark roast. Bear in mind, if every other medium dark roast I've had has been around anywhere between a 45 to let me put it to you this way. This, as it stands currently, is now my new standard for what a medium roast should be. So, I guess that's a compliment to the coffee. As for my final verdict, or my final rating, again, the pouch aroma and the mug aroma. I don't think this, I was about to say tin aroma, but that's usually used for pipe tobacco, and I can't say for certain, but this is a metal cup that I got as somewhat of a gay gift. I like to barbecue, and it says Grill Master, and you're probably reading that backwards. So I was about to say tin aroma because I'm pretty sure this is a tin cup, but I can't, not sure if it's tin or some other metal, but in the cup or a mug aroma, the aroma is there, but it just sort of smells like a lighter than the flavor suggests cup of coffee. Again, will it replace my beloved Cuban coffee? Not as my go-to. But will it be the sort of one of the replacements for Cuban coffee when I'm looking for something different? Most definitely. I mean, it's a really good cup of coffee, so like I would rate this at the very least a 75. And if I ever do my Cuban coffee, keep in mind the only Cuban coffee I have is reserved for gifts for somebody else. It is. Not sure when you're watching this, but I'm reviewing this on December 21st, so, you know, Christmas is 4 days away. And I have two, well, actually three, but one of the bags is for a couple, but I have 2 bags of Cuban coffee for what I'm pretty sure are coffee lovers. Neither of the 3 people are coffee connoisseurs, but then again, neither am I. I'm not going to be able to pick out the different flavors and nuances of a nice cup of coffee. I just know what a nice cup of coffee is, just due to I know what a nice cup of coffee tastes like. It's just I can't go into. My palate is either not refined or not trained enough to detect the little nuances of flavor and all the details of a cup of coffee, but, well, truth be told, I really don't care if it gets that refined. I mean, coffee is something I like, but it is not a, something I am passionate over. I'm not going to go to a cafe and order a $10 to $15 cup of coffee. I don't even go to Starbucks, but I will proudly admit, with all the haters it brings, that I don't even think Starbucks brews coffee. I think Starbucks brews coffee-flavored beverages. With all the added stuff they put in a cup of coffee, I don't think it can no longer be considered coffee, and the few times I've had Starbucks, which is rare because I'm just not a fan of Starbucks, but whatever coffee that they are using seems anyways, very watered down. Now, I don't mind Starbucks when it comes to the bags can get to take home, but even then it's just... I honestly don't think it's really that much better than, say, Folgers. Which I know will be considered blasphemy to many people, but bear in mind, this is my opinion. And in my opinion's right for me. Everybody else's opinion I really don't give a damn about. I only care about my own opinion, and you should only care about your opinion. To hell what anybody else says. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. So definitely a, what was my rating again? I think it was a 75. Definitely a 75. And that does not factor into equation the ethical bullshit. I am rating this based on what is in this cup. I don't rate it due to the ethical whatever it is, and I mean, we'll give credit where credit is due. I mean, it's nice or at least trying to do something. When it comes to coffee, I'm assuming something environmentally friendly, but well, as I said, to me, an ethical cup of coffee will mean everybody who is employed by the company that makes the factory gets an excellent wage, health benefits, dental benefits, 1 year maternity leave, regardless of whether the employee is a father or a mother, paid sick leave, paid holidays, paid random need to take a day off days, paid time off, I think I already mentioned medical benefits, but medical benefits, dental benefits, excellent pension, like, that to me is more ethical than just taking the environment into equation. Not that the environment shall be neglected, but I mean the whole ethical, because we're doing things for the environment or fair trade coffee or what have you. I mean, not necessarily horse shit, but almost horse shit. Anyways, I usually, when I drink a good cup of coffee, take my time, and so I don't know how long this video is because a friend of mine texted me on Facebook Messenger and it's covering up my timer. But I can tell this video is just going for way too long, so thanks for watching everybody, take care and bye.